Hello. Hello. കാണാം എല്ലാവർക്കും. Can everybody see me now? Yep. One second. So, ഇപ്പൊ ഏതാണ്ട് 12 പേരോളം ഉണ്ട്. Now here we are. പിന്നെ ഒരു കാര്യം, ഇന്ന് എന്തെങ്കിലും ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ മലയാളത്തിൽ ചോദിച്ചോ. മലയാളത്തിൽ ചോദിക്കാൻ ഒരിക്കലും മടി കാണിക്കണ്ട. ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ഒരാളേ ഉള്ളൂ, കുഴപ്പമില്ല. ഞാനത് എങ്ങനെന്നാലും ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ഇന്നും കൂടി പറയത്തുള്ളൂ. നാളത്തേക്ക് അത് എങ്ങനെയെങ്കിലും ക്ലിയർ ചെയ്യാൻ കേട്ടോ. ഇപ്പൊ ഇന്നും കൂടി മലയാളം, ഇന്നും ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ മലയാളത്തിൽ ചോദിച്ചോളാം, ഒരു കുഴപ്പമില്ല. ഓക്കെ, ക്യാൻ വി സ്റ്റാർട്ട് നൗ? Something we have to take care of now, right? So can everybody see the screen? Okay. So for any doubts, just unmute your mic. I guess all of you are muted, right? Just okay. So you can just unmute your mic and just ask your doubt. Okay, shoot your doubt. Don't worry, we are just all of us are trying to learn. Just don't keep your head clear. Okay, so possibly I was thinking of taking conditionals too for today, but I got into some work and I was totally I couldn't finish all the slides. So I have just come up with data types today. It's a bit long, so we'll be discussing more about data types, and I've asked not conditionals today. Sorry for that. We just go through conditionals and looping tomorrow. Okay, so so we'll start with data types, right? Everybody can hear clearly, right? And everybody can see clearly, right? This screen data types, right? Okay, yeah, both. Okay, sure. Okay, then I'm assuming that everyone can see this. Okay, Tiku, yes. Okay, okay. Okay, thanks for being here today. And this is actually the second day for day 2 for the Go track, and we'll be possibly discussing about data types today. No conditionals, as I already told you. So data types. There are actually quite a few basic data types because there are four. No, there are four different basic data types, and some of them are derived from these four data types. So the basic data types include string, bool, integers, and floats. You with more. This is too common in this is common in almost every programming language. So first we'll be talking about integers. Integers, then be about floats, complex numbers, all those stuff. Then some more what do you say, harder ones at the last. We'll just complete that. I'm 1 minute. So I just turned on the timer so that I can keep track of time. So we started at 8:39. I'm sorry for the initial delay. So the string bool is here. So five numerical data types are here. I'm sorry, as I already told you, I was a bit in a hurry, and so I just made all these slides in a hurry. So there are int, uint, float, and bytes. Bytes. It's actually kind of self-explanatory because you almost each one of you have experience with these data types. Okay, it's not clear now? Is it clear now? Like, yes, സന്ദീപ് കേൾക്കാവോ? ഇപ്പൊ ഞാൻ മനസ്സിലായ കേൾക്കാമെങ്കിൽ എന്നെങ്കിലും ഒരു എന്നാ പറയുന്നത്, it's breaking, so possibly it might is this common to everyone? എല്ലാവർക്കും ഇങ്ങനെ തന്നെയാണോ? എന്നാ പിന്നെ എൻ്റെ ക്ലിയർ ആണ്. ചിലപ്പോ ഫാൻ കറങ്ങുന്നോണ്ടായിരിക്കും, ഞാൻ മുറിക്കാതിരിക്കുക. glitch in the audio, it might be, I guess. ഒരു മിനിറ്റ്, ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ ഫോണിൽ നെറ്റ് ഒന്ന് ഓൺ ആക്കട്ടെ. നോക്കാം ഇനി ബ്രേക്ക്. ഇന്ന് മുഴുവൻ കിട്ടിക്കൊണ്ടിരുന്ന ക്ലീൻ ആയിട്ട്. ഒറ്റ മിനിറ്റ്. Find for me. ഇപ്പോഴോ കേക്കാവോ? ഇച്ചിരി ക്ലിയർ. Is it clear for everyone now? ഇപ്പൊ നന്നായിട്ട് കേക്കാം. ഓക്കെ. ഞാൻ നെറ്റ്വർക്ക് മാറ്റി, ജിയോ ആയിരുന്നു, മാറ്റിയതാട്ടോ. Okay, let's continue with this. So there are four numerical data types. These include int, uint, float, and byte. Byte is actually like the basic stuff, basic language in the machine. So let's continue to that. And okay, data types of int. There are actually the varieties of data types for int. So this is actually a program, just a small this much line of code, just execute. We can get the size of the data type in bytes, and we'll just get an idea of what the data type is. So actually there are we'll be, as I told you, we need to import the reflect and unsafe packages for some functions here. We'll go through that. I'll take you through that. Don't worry. So we are declaring, as I told you yesterday, we are declaring these 4 variables as a block, A, B, C, D, and 4 of these are of 4 different data types. So first one is int 8, second is int 16, and int 32, and int 64. And okay, we are defining specific types of int with this. And what we are going to do is we are going to print the type of the variable, because I guess we talked about this yesterday, right? Type of function from reflect. And the next thing we are going to do is size taken by each type, because you have to understand how much size it takes for better programming in the future. Because if you are just, I don't know, just as an example, if you put int as a, what do you say, for phone number, you just put int, then it wouldn't collect all the 10 numbers. It will just collect the 8 numbers. It won't work. So it's actually for that purpose, for the future purposes, because the data type has to be specific here in Go, because Go is strictly typed. And continuing on that, various size taken by each issue, and we'll be going to this link just to, for you to, I'll just run and execute that. Okay, you can see the screen, right? Kind of brightened up. Okay, so this is the same program, just we as we see here, which I guess I added a bit of line breaks. So when we run this, we can see that A's type is int 8, and it has a size of 1 byte, because int 8 is a small data type. It allocates smaller memory. It allocates just small. It just needs smaller memory to fit in the RAM. So it only has a size of 1 byte, and B is of type int 16, and int 16 is actually of 2 bytes, and the rest, like 32 has 4 bytes and 64 has 8 bytes. So the basic, so I'm here, I'm just assigning an variable with just int. We just copy this so that you can understand the size of what the basic int that. Okay, this format this. Okay, so basically the int data type, just int, not without any decorations like in 64 and in 32. The basic int data type, and this we can assume that we can deduce that in 32 is the basic data type here, because Go's basic data type is int. So Go allocates, Go just gives int is just an alias for int 32. Okay, I'll explain this in Malayalam too. Like, നമ്മളിങ്ങനെ ഈ ഓരോ ഡാറ്റ ടൈപ്പിന് ഇങ്ങനെ എന്താ പറയുന്നത്, നമ്മൾ ഓരോ ഡാറ്റ ടൈപ്പ് ഡിഫൈൻ ചെയ്തു. അപ്പൊ നമ്മൾ ഇവിടെ ബാക്കി ഇത്രയും പറഞ്ഞാൽ മനസ്സിലായെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. നമ്മളിപ്പോ ഇവിടെ ചെയ്തതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇസഡ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു വേരിയബിൾ ഡിക്ലെയർ ചെയ്തു. അതിന് ഇന്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു എന്നാ ജസ്റ്റ് ഡാറ്റ ടൈപ്പ് കൊടുത്തു, വെറും ഇന്റ്, ഇന്ന ഒരു ഡെക്കറേഷൻ ഒന്നും ഇല്ലാത്തൊരു ഇന്റ് കൊടുത്തു. എന്നിട്ട് നമ്മൾ റൺ ചെയ്ത് നോക്കി. അപ്പം കണ്ട് 4 ബൈറ്റ് ആണെന്ന്. മാത്രമല്ല 4 ബൈറ്റ് പിന്നെ വേറെ ഇതിനകത്തുള്ള ഇന്റ് 32 ആണ്. അപ്പൊ ഇതുകൊണ്ട് നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലാക്കാവുന്നത് ഗോൾഡ് ഡിഫോൾട്ട് ഇന്റ് ഡാറ്റ ടൈപ്പ് ഇന്റ് 32 ആണ്. എന്തെങ്കിലും ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ? Is there any doubts up to here? Like I'll try to clear it. As Sabit said, its default data type is int 32. Okay, so is there any doubts? If there are any doubts, I'll just be great. No doubts. I'm assuming no till 4. Okay. Okay. Anyone else? Like, ആർക്കെങ്കിലും ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ? മലയാളത്തിൽ ചോദിച്ചോ കേട്ടോ. അവിടുത്തെ നിങ്ങളുടെ മൈക്ക് ആണോ? ഓക്കെ. റെഡ്മി നോട്ട് 6 ടൈപ്പിംഗ് മലയാളം ഡൗട്ട് അൺമ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ചോദിച്ചോ കേട്ടോ. കുഴപ്പമൊന്നുമില്ല. ഡൗട്ടൊന്നുമില്ല. നമുക്ക് ഫോർവേഡ് പോവാമോ? ഓക്കെ. ശരി എന്നാ. So coming back to here, next we will be talking about unsigned integers, and you possibly think that what's the difference between signed and unsigned integers? Yes. This is just a link. We'll just go to the globe playground again. So one more thing, did you all try out yesterday's task? Like, did you all make a GitHub repository and all of that? My internet is going nuts. I guess that isn't working. I'm sorry for this sudden breaks. So I'm really sorry. I wasn't expecting like this. I guess everyone can hear me again, right? Can I get a yes or no? Yeah, okay. I'm really sorry for the sudden break. I guess my network got broken. I'm really sorry for that. So we can just, can we continue, right? We can continue, right? Okay. So back to where we are. There is another type of data type for integers, numerical data type called unsigned integers. So unsigned, the difference between unsigned integers and the basic int is it has if you can all read this, right? I just so basically, the difference between signed India and unsigned India is that the unsigned India has higher positive values. This is for store memory purposes, and possibly we'll be. I guess most of you will be using positive numbers for all of the tasks. And if there is any exception, then we can use unsigned India. It's just for your knowledge. So possibly you someday you might have practical use of it, and for the time being you don't have much, but it may be just think about remember about this. Okay, that's all. And so we are going to next data type. It's called float data type. You possibly you all know this because this is like basics of each programming language. And Go has two specific float data types, and float 32 and float 64. And we can just either like yesterday, and we can just go to the link here. So that you can all find what the default float value will be. Default type of float will be so as you can see here, we have two float variables here. We defined variable a with a type of float 32 and float 64. We are just repeating the same program as just like before the slide. So we are just printing out its size and what type it is. Next, we can try about C equals 2.3, and we can just find the default data type of C by just copy this code. If you run this, so this is the thing here. Now floats specific default data is just floats default data is float 64, and you just have to keep this in mind because this may help you in the future. And most of this will I guess most of this will help you in the future with Go. And these are just basic stuff here. They just format this and you'll get the idea. I'm assuming you all got the idea till now. Can I get a yes or no from? Yeah. If there's anything ഇനി മലയാളത്തിൽ പറഞ്ഞ എന്തെങ്കിലും മലയാളത്തിൽ പറഞ്ഞെങ്കിൽ ചോദിച്ചാൽ മതി, ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു തരാം. Like okay, can we continue? Yes. We can continue, right? Okay. So that's all for float. And next is we have this Go has a specific thing called complex data types. And for just using complex numbers in Go, you don't have to import any other package. Like in Python, you have to import math module, or in C, you got to import say math.h. We don't have to use any of that here. You can just use there is a specific data type for complex numbers, and you can just see this here. We can just use two floats to create a new complex number, like two float variables here. The one variable is the A has a value of 3 and B has a value of 5. And if we just use the keyword complex, and it will just create a new complex number for us. So actually this is a big advantage for Go while for complex mathematics, because we don't have to code much. Like we don't have to understand what's within here, but bigger things are here for complex, because next, or we can initialize just as 4 plus 5i or a plus bi, that form, because Go will understand, take a compile it, don't worry. So this one more thing is that operations of complex numbers can be done on arithmetic operations on complex numbers can be done on Go. And wait a minute, I'll just run that for you. I guess my network is slow, quite slow. So you can see right here, right? Like the C will have a value of 3 plus 5i, and the next one complex, as we said, as we initialize here, var d is equal to, it will just give that in parentheses, it will give out float 32. It has a data type of 8 bytes, and D has a data type of 8 bytes too. The next one is that I just added here this what do you say, complex 128. There are two data types for complex numbers. One is complex 64 and the other one is complex 128. This is basically, this is kind of like platform dependent, but you'll get the hang of it once you learn more of Go. And like he has a size of 16 bytes, and the bigger that's actually a big space in the RAM for mathematical operations. So you can, this is, are you get ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ മനസ്സിലായോ? ഈ കോംപ്ലക്സിന് രണ്ട് ഡാറ്റ ടൈപ്പ് ഉണ്ട്, കോംപ്ലക്സ് 64 128. പിന്നെ ഈ കോംപ്ലക്സ് 128 16 ബിറ്റ് സ്റ്റോറേജ് റാമിൽ അലോക്കേറ്റ് ചെയ്യും. പിന്നെ അത് ഇവിടെ താഴെ നോക്കിയാൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവും. പിന്നെ നമുക്ക് മാത്തമാറ്റിക്കൽ ഓപ്പറേഷൻസ് ചെയ്യാം നേരെ. വി ക്യാൻ ഡു ഡയറക്റ്റ് മാത്തമാറ്റിക്കൽ ഓപ്പറേഷൻസ് in Go, like C plus D is equal to 4 plus 3 7, 7 plus 10i, 5 plus 5 10i, and all the stuff C minus D, C star D, and C by D. So this is actually kind of a bit of mathematics stuff, but I'm hoping you understood everything. So is there till now, is there any doubts? Like I have to ask if you have any doubts, because if you don't understand this, then there is no point in going forward. That's all. Complex is default. We can try now. I guess it's complex. Hope this works. I never tested this out. Yeah, I guess we have to define what the complex type will be. Complex, if it is a complex, then we have to define it. Like one more thing, let me check. Like we can always trial and error, right? It's actually a quite we hope this works. Okay, float is in there. Undefined float. Okay, float. Use printf to printf comment and the use gender percentage t or something. Percentage, I guess it's actually, I'm sorry, I'll just give you that. Yeah, possibly percentage f, I guess, because let's try that. I hope this works. Yep, percentage of it is. So it's kind of like the fully floated version. We can get the what do you say rounded out. Just a full float version, like all of the zeros will be there and all of the tens will be there. And I'll have to check on that flow. What's the default data type of float? Okay, I'm sorry I couldn't give you an answer now, but I'll surely uh, I'll show you. Surely message you, Sandeep, or I'll just put in the group afterwards. After this call, okay? I'll just Google it and tell you. I'm sorry. I told you I'm also learning Go right now, and it's kind of it's kind of overwhelming to actually cooperate with both. So don't. I'll just give you that answer by today itself. So next thing is we are going is for bytes, because as I told you, bytes are the basic data structure, data type. It's actually quite core to the system. It's correlated to the system because all the stuff is represented as bytes, zeros and ones, all those stuff. And so basically here, if you could see here, like we can initialize byte data with just the byte type, or we can just initialize that as string, because and we can just convert it to byte afterwards. So if we can see that this, if we use, we can use this. I'll just explain this in the okay this one. Just explain this in the playground. That's better. Okay, you can all see this page right here, right? I'm sorry for that. I just ate my dinner just some time ago. That's it. Like we can just run this and you will get an idea. And if you check here, we can see that print size of R, and R has a size of 1 because byte has a storage of 1 bytes. So actually that's kind of byte allocates 1 byte of memory in the RAM. And if you check B is actually a string here. So string has a, I didn't say that, right? So string has a, what do you say? Uh, um, uh, String stores in the RAM as 8. So that's here. We can see a semicolon, then a tab space, a colon. No, it's actually a colon. Okay, a colon, tab space, semicolon, and a full stop. Period here. So then if you go to S is also a string. And when we got down here, we can just use the for. I'm sorry. I guess I'm having a little cough. Okay, it's not corona, and stay safe, guys. Okay, and coming back, we can just use the again the byte. There is a keyword called byte, and which we can enclose it in parentheses anything, and it just gives out a string for println to output to the console. So that's actually happening here. And if you check the next two, you can see that there is a can actually see that there is a square braces at the B and S, because if we check B is actually a multi-character string, okay, and S is also a multi-character string. So for multi-character strings, and if we want to convert it to byte, we have to give this the square braces, because then only if we don't give that, I'll just show you. If we don't give that, the compiler will throw an error. Okay, cannot convert type B. Okay, type. No, we get the idea. I just try this. Yeah, I guess I am having anyway, it shows a compiler error because it can convert a type string to type byte without since it is multi-character. That's the only problem. If it's just a single character, then it will just return the type, return as a byte. So here, if we run this again, and what you see here in the output is that R, this 144 is the ASCII value of R. Like A has a value of 96, and oh sorry, I guess it's 97. Okay, it's 97. Okay, A has a value of 97 and all the stuff. So if we go deeper into it, the next one, it has a colon, a tab space, a space, a semicolon, and a full stop. And this one is, since it's multi-valued, multi-character, it just outputs the ASCII values of all those. So colon has a ASCII value of 58, tab has a ASCII value of 9, space has a ASCII value of 32, semicolon has an ASCII value of 59, and at last the full stop has a ASCII value of 46. This is how the computer, this is just basic computing. ASCII, it's actually checking ASCII because bytes, and I'll check more into that. If it checks you, I guess, respective by length of the memory that occupies is always 8 bytes, because that's a string. Yes, I guess that's it. And I'll just, if there is any more for the string, I guess I haven't added strings in this slide, so mine, I just forgot about that. I just forgot about strings because it's actually a basic data type, and I'll just look into that and tell you. Okay, I'm sorry for again. Yeah, I'll just ping that in the group afterwards. And that's all. ഇത് മനസ്സിലാത്ത ആരെല്ലോട്ടോ ഇത്, ലൈക്ക് ഇതിനി എന്തെങ്കിലും ഇനി ഇത് ഞാൻ ഈ ഡൗട്ടുകൾക്ക് അത് രണ്ട് ഞാൻ ഇന്ന് തന്നെ എന്റെ ഉത്തരം കണ്ടു, 3 ഡൗട്ടിന് ഉത്തരം കണ്ടുപിടിച്ച് തരാം. UTF-8 ആണോ? ഞാൻ നോക്കാം. So you can check the first one. Yes, it's actually unsigned integer of 8. Okay, so I guess that SA gives a 97, and actually 97 is the ASCII value for A, right? Like, I guess that's it. Like, I thought it was 96. Like, is there any more clarifications needed for that? മലയാളത്തിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടോ? എന്തെങ്കിലും ഇപ്പം UTF-8 അല്ല, UTF-8 ആണോ? Okay. The byte data represents ASCII characters. Okay. ഗോപികൃഷ്ണൻ അല്ല, സന്ദീപ്. പിന്നെ അത് ഇൻറ്റു 32 ആണ് UTF-8 ഫോർമാറ്റിൽ ഇത് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, ഇപ്പം ആ റൂൺ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഡാറ്റ ടൈപ്പ് അതിപ്പം അത് ഇച്ചിരി കൂടെ കോംപ്ലക്സ് ആണ്, അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഇപ്പൊ പറയാത്തത്. ഓക്കെ, സന്ദീപ്, ഐ ഗസ് യു ദിസ് ക്ലിയർസ് യുവർ ഡൗട്ട്. ഓക്കെ, പോയോ സന്ദീപ്? പോയോ? ക്യാൻ ജസ്റ്റ് ഓക്കെ. ബൈറ്റ് മാത്രമേ ആസ്കി ഉള്ളൂ. എന്നാ ബാക്കി പിന്നെ ബൈറ്റ് ആക്ച്വലി U-8 ഒരു ഇതാ, എന്താ പറയുന്നത്, ഏലിയാസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട്, ഏലിയാസ് അങ്ങനെ ഇന്റീജർ ടൈപ്പിന് ഏലിയാസ് ഉണ്ട്, വേറൊരു പേര് വിളിച്ച് കൊടുത്ത് നമ്മള് ഗോയില് ഡിഫൈൻ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്, അങ്ങനെ പറഞ്ഞാൽ. അപ്പൊ റൂൺ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഇച്ചിരി കോംപ്ലക്സ് ആണ്, ഇച്ചിരി കൂടെ ഇങ്ങനെ എപ്പോഴും ഉപയോഗിക്കാത്ത ഡാറ്റ ടൈപ്പ്, അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് പിന്നെ റൂണിനെ ഞാൻ ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യിക്കാം. റൂണൊക്കെ വെച്ച് ഇച്ചിരി കൂടെ കൂടിയ സാധനം അതാ. വേറെ അപ്പം സന്ദീപിന്റെ ഡൗട്ട് ക്ലിയർ ആയില്ലേ? ബാക്കി വേറെ ആർക്കെങ്കിലും എന്തെങ്കിലും ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ? ഉണ്ടെ ഇപ്പൊ ചോദിച്ചോ. ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ വേറെ ആർക്കെങ്കിലും? എനിവൺ എൽസ്? Okay, നമ്മൾ ഇനിയും കുറച്ചും കൂടി ഇത് കട്ടിയുള്ള സാധനത്തിലോട്ടാണ്. അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ ഇവിടെ സ്ട്രക്ചർ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന സീക്കാത്ത സ്ട്രക്ചർ ആണ്. അത് ഞാൻ പിന്നെ ഒരു ദിവസം എടുക്കാം. ടൈപ്പ് കാസ്റ്റിംഗ് വേണോ ടൈപ്പ് പ്രിന്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ? ടൈപ്പ് കാസ്റ്റിംഗ് എന്തുവായിരുന്നു? ഞാൻ മറന്നുപോയല്ലോ. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞുതരാം, ഇത് കഴിഞ്ഞ് പറഞ്ഞുതരാം. ഓക്കെ, ഇപ്പൊ എത്രയായി? ഇനി ഒരു അരമണിക്കൂറും മാക്സിമം ഒരു അരമണിക്കൂറൊന്നും പോയല്ലേ, 20 മിനിറ്റും കൂടെ ഉള്ളൂ. ഞാൻ ഇത് കഴിഞ്ഞ് സ്ലാക്കി പറഞ്ഞുതരാം ടൈപ്പ് കാസ്റ്റിംഗ് വേണോ ആ ഒരു ബൈറ്റിന്റെ ഒരു കേസ്. ഞാനിത് പറഞ്ഞ ഇച്ച തിരക്കായി പോയി, അതുകൊണ്ടാ ഇന്ന് ഇച്ചിരി ഒന്ന് രണ്ട് പണി കിട്ടിയിരിക്കുകയായിരുന്നു. അതാ and അടുത്ത് composite data types. Next we are going to composite data types, and we'll just possibly the first three we'll be discussing possibly the first three, and last one is it's actually goes more into concurrency patterns for Go. Channels is actually a communication method, so it's actually just like a variable, but it can be used within the Go routines. It's actually threads, mostly like threads, and structs are just like what do you say, structures in Go, structures in C. Like you can just define a full as it's a complex data type with many data types inside it. So struct is I just set struct for another session, so you'll get to know more about struct there. So first we'll just compare with this. We just go through array, slice, and maps. I guess I've added maps, but I don't know correctly. Or maps, so I'll take maps in another day too. So first we'll talk about arrays. It's actually kind of different from the usual programming languages. Like in Python, you have a list, and in C you have an array. That array in C and the array in Go are quite different, because arrays has a fixed length and a starting in memory. So the thing about arrays is we have to define a length for the array first, like as we have seen here. Like we have to give the 3 since we are only inputting 3 characters, we have to definitely provide 3, else it will become another data type. And for I'll just tell that you in Malayalam too. സാമ്പിൾ ഈ ഒരു അറേ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന സ്ട്രിങ്ങിൽ നമ്മൾ എപ്പോഴും ആദ്യം ഇതിന്റെ അകത്ത് എത്ര വാല്യൂസ് ഉണ്ടെന്ന് ആദ്യം ഡിഫൈൻ ചെയ്യണം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇത് വേറെ ഡാറ്റ ടൈപ്പ് ആവും. സോ ഈ ഒരു അറേയുടെ പിന്നെ അറേ സ്റ്റാറ്റിക് ആണ്, അറേയുടെ സൈസ് കൂട്ടാനോ കുറയ്ക്കാനോ പറ്റിയില്ല. മാത്രമല്ല പിന്നെ വേറെ അറേസിന്റെ കുറച്ച് പ്രോപ്പർട്ടീസ് ഉണ്ട്, അത് പറയാം. We are defining here and printing it. Okay, so okay, നമ്മളിപ്പം ഇതൊരു ഫംഗ്ഷൻ ആണ് കേട്ടോ. പ്രിന്റ് സാമ്പിൾ ഫങ്ക് പ്രിന്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ജസ്റ്റ് ഒരു എന്നാ പറയുന്നത്, ഇതിന്റെ ഡാറ്റ ഫ്ലോ പറയാനായിരുന്നു. So basically print is just a function. I'll just talk to you functions more about in the Monday. I'll talk to you more about functions Monday. So basically this takes in the argument here, sample, and the difference between array and the usual array in C and the array here is that this is taken as a full length code, like no pointers, stuff, nothing like code by reference or nothing. This whole data is taken here. Like we have to define this 3, else it won't work. So, and we are just taking this sample and printing in using the println function. That's all. Just so print is just a function for printing the array, and you can see length of the array is passed with the data type. This is a property of arrays. Arrays only have this property. Actually, I just have a slide, I guess. I don't remember doing this. So this is the stuff there. We'll just print the ABC. So if we give it 2, cannot use sample, type 3 of string as type 2 is an argument to print. So if we don't give, this throws us an error, and if we just use that, as type. Okay, because this is just as what you say, this is an array. So arrays without the, if we pass the array without the size of the array, the code will show an error. And you have to be, when digging into functions, we have to keep this in mind, because if we pass in the wrong way, we'll always get an error. This is actually you'll get better understanding, a better idea when you code this. Like, try it out. That's all. And okay, next we are so ഇതുവരെ മനസ്സിലാത്ത ആരെല്ലാം ഉണ്ടോ? എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു ഒന്നും മനസ്സിലായില്ലെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. പിന്നെ കുറെ ഇംഗ്ലീഷിന്റെ ഒരു പ്രശ്നമുണ്ട് കേട്ടോ, ഞാൻ ശരിയാക്കാം. എന്തെങ്കിലും മനസ്സിലാകത്തുണ്ടോ ഇതില്? എന്തെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടോ? എല്ലാരും പോയോ? കോഡൊന്നും ഇവിടെ കാണിക്കാം. Yes, RSS must be mentioned during the declaration. That's actually a property just as of array, because when we go to a bit more, we can see that this is actually I'll explain that. So for this is actually specific to arrays only, and we have to define the size of the array at the time of declaration. Local scope, like local scope, ഏതാ ലോക്കൽ സ്കോപ്പ് എന്ന് ഉദ്ദേശിച്ച ഏതാ? ലൈക്ക് അതെ, ലോക്കൽ സ്കോപ്പിൽ മാത്രം. ലോക്കൽ സ്കോപ്പ് ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നത് നല്ലത്. ഇല്ല, ലോക്കൽ സ്കോപ്പിൽ അത് ഉപയോഗിക്കാൻ പറ്റത്തുള്ളൂ കേട്ടോ. അതിപ്പോ ഇവിടെ നമ്മള് എന്നാ ഇങ്ങനെ ഇട്ടാല് റണ്ണായില്ല. നോൺ ഡിക്ലറേഷൻ സ്റ്റേറ്റ്മെന്റ് ഔട്ട്സൈഡ് ഫംഗ്ഷൻ ബോഡി, ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു എറർ ത്രോ ചെയ്യും. പിന്നെ why that print sample is used in main. Okay, print എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ജസ്റ്റ് ഒരു ഫംഗ്ഷനാണ്. print is just a function. So we just ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞില്ല, ഈ ഒരു ഡേറ്റയുടെ ഫ്ലോ പറയാനാണ് ഞാൻ പ്രിന്റ് ഈ ഒരു ഫംഗ്ഷൻ കാണിച്ച്. ഈ ഡേറ്റ ഫുള്ളായിട്ട് ഇങ്ങോട്ട് പോകും. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ ഇത് പിന്നെ സ്ലൈസും കൂടി ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ അറേ ഏതാ സ്ലൈസ് ഏതാന്നൊരു ഡൗട്ട് വരും. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഇപ്പൊ ഫംഗ്ഷനും കൂടി കാണിച്ചത്. പ്രിന്റ് is just a function. What the function does is just prints the stuff. That's all. We can just put that around a computer wrapper. That's all. Any other doubts? Like, എന്തെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടോ? മലയാളത്തിൽ ചോദിച്ചോട്ടോ, അൺമ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ചോദിച്ചോ, കുഴപ്പമൊന്നുമില്ല. If you have any doubts, like specifically, if anyone does have any doubts, pointers use ചെയ്യും. പോയിന്റ് ഇല്ല, ഇത് പക്ഷേ ഇതിന്റെ ഒരു no, arrays don't use pointers. They just direct data flow, because I had actually made a what do you say, document about that. I'll just put that in Slack afterwards. Pointers, the arrays don't use pointers. Actually, slices and the other stuff use pointers, but arrays don't use pointers. They just push the whole string to here. Because if we check here, and if we put a sample equal to sample, please print sample. ഇതെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ഇത് കണ്ടോ, മറ്റേ അറേ ബാക്കിയുള്ള എല്ലാത്തിലാണെങ്കിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ ഡാറ്റ ഒറ്റയടിക്ക് അപ്പൻഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ ഇങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യത്തില്ലല്ലോ. അതല്ല, എന്റെ എവിടെയോ തെറ്റിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. അതൊന്നും ഇപ്പൊ ക്ലാരിഫൈ ആയിട്ട് ഞാൻ പറയാം കേട്ടോ. പക്ഷെ പോയിന്റർ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല, അതാണ് അറേയുടെ ഒരു വ്യത്യാസം. അതാ, പോയിന്റർ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. ഇങ്ങനെ ഈ ഒരു എക്സാമ്പിൾ ശോകമാണ്. പക്ഷെ പോയിന്റർ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല എന്ന് ഞാൻ ഉറപ്പ് പറയാം. കാരണം ഞാൻ ഗോൾ ഡോക്യുമെന്റേഷനിൽ കൊടുപ്പുണ്ട്. പോയിന്റേഴ്സ് അറേ യൂസ് ചെയ്യാറില്ല. പകരം പോയിന്റേഴ്സ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന മാപ്സും സ്ട്രക്ചേഴ്സും ചാനൽസും ഒക്കെയാണ്. നമുക്ക് അടുത്ത ബാക്കി കണ്ടിന്യൂ ചെയ്യാം. Can we continue rest? Yes, I guess we are right. Okay. Going on to slices. Slices are dynamic actually. Slices look just like arrays, but they are dynamic and can be declared in a few ways. Like here, we are using the make keyword to initialize a slice. In arrays, we can just append that to the just create a slice. Sorry, we can just give it like this. But for arrays, we can just give it like this. But for array slices, you have to either use the make keyword to make a slice. This will in turn make a slice with a data type of string, and with you can see I'll just there is actually a playground code after the whole slideshow. So next, there is another way, like we can just use like this, just like using an array, defining an array, we can just use this empty square braces, and just we can define a slice here. Slice is actually a big part of this, what do you say, Go ecosystem, because most of the arrays aren't used much in Go. More slices are mostly used. And continuing rest, you can know length is not needed for slides. Initialize slices by the append keyword. Yes, we can also initialize. This is actually a code from the next code is actually from here. So we just define P here with A, B, and C, and sorry, and we are just initialize add another part to the slice with the append keyword. That's all. This is just like the append keyword in Python, and I never use append in any other stuff. So we'll just go to here. If you can see this, right? It's the initialization, all the stuff, all those three animations are into one. So as you can see here, this is a search for the slices in Go. Okay, so basically the 2 and 3 here, I guess I'm not so much well versed in slices. That's it. So string of length. To create an empty slice, use the built-in make. Here we initialize a string of length 3, initially 0 value. I'll just clarify that. I'll just say, so let this be a question mark. I'll just clarify this afterwards. Okay. So I guess this is actually we are making a string with a slice of size 2, and with I guess I don't know why this 3 is here. I'll just clarify that afterwards. So I'm sorry for that again. Today it's not been the best day for me. So as you can see here, we are using this slices for functions. For functions, I guess. I'll clarify more about slices afterwards. Okay. So just to make sure that I'm sorry, not been my best day. These slices are quite bit hard to get the grasp of. That's like And you got the, I'm assuming that you got the basic idea of slices and strings. Slices are dynamic while arrays are static, and you have to define the size first, or else you can just initialize a slice with the make keyword. That's all. And I'll just share a doc about slices and strings after this talk. Okay, just to I also had some doubts with slices before this. So that's all for today. I told you today would be small. Today we'll be having a small session, and just try to. That's all for the task for you to try is type conversion, and just Google it, just find it out. And is there anything you have doubt other than slices? Does anybody have any doubt other than slices? So no. Okay. White and type. Okay. Yes, I'll share the slides. Um, I'll okay, typecasting for bytes, right? I'll check that again. Okay, I had netted. Don't worry, this will be recorded. I'll give it just like today. Possibly they'll upload it to YouTube in the near future, so you can just get that from there. String of 8 bytes. Okay, that I'll check that too. Basic. Okay, I'll check that too. Don't worry. And anything else other than that? That link is not working. Which one? This? Which one? Okay. The video link is not working, right? Because they don't worry, they'll upload it, I guess tomorrow or today. They didn't say. They said they'll upload it to YouTube. So don't worry about it. You will get that video. All of you will get that video. I'll just share in Slack that after this is uploaded in YouTube. So the one more task today is to watch this video. This is about the legacy of Go. So you get an idea from where it is derived and all the stuff. It's actually just 20 minutes talk. So that's all for today. Just try it out, okay? And just share after. Just personally share me your if you made a repo in GitHub. Just share me that link after in Slack in person message, okay? So can we wind up for today? Like I'll definitely check for that. Yep. Okay, then we are winding up, right? So I do have 8 minutes, but don't worry. Okay then. Thank you all for coming here. Then I'll just kick everyone out. Yesterday, like someone was still left behind, so he couldn't close it. Yeah. Oh, of course. Stay safe, everybody. It's going to be a rough 2 more weeks, I guess. Well, let's just pray that it just stops in 2 more weeks, because so many people has already. It's been quite hard for so many people. So yeah, of course, I'll share this. Definitely, I'll share the slide. I'll just share the slides now itself. I guess yes, I shared the slides in Slack, and for thank you all for the doubts, so that I can check it again. And if you do have any doubts, after this, just ping me on Slack anytime. Like I'll always be there, and I'll be happy to help anyone. Okay. So thank you for today. That's all. Thank you. Kiku, 1 minute. Kiku, just wait. Okay. Kiku കേക്കാവോ? ഹലോ എവിടെ? Hey, if somebody say, can somebody please ping Kiku if he's Hey, someone, can you please ping Kiku for that? അതെ കിക്കുവേ, ഒരു കാര്യം പറയാനുണ്ടേ. എന്നെ ഹോസ്റ്റ് ആക്കാവോ? എനിക്ക് ഇത് ക്ലോസ് ചെയ്യാനുണ്ട്, അതാ. ഹലോ കിക്കു, കേക്കാവോ? എന്താ ചെയ്യുന്നത്? കിക്കു പ്ലീസ്. ഇല്ല,
ഹലോ, കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ?
കേക്കാം. എന്നെ ഹോസ്റ്റ് ആക്കാവോ?
എങ്ങനെ ഹോസ്റ്റ് ആക്കല് എനിക്കറിയില്ല. അത് ഞാൻ എന്തോ നോക്കിയപ്പോ വന്നാണ്.
എനിക്കൊന്ന് ഇവിടെ
ലെഫ്റ്റ് അടിച്ചാല് പ്രശ്നം എന്താ വെച്ചാല് ഇതില് നേരെ ഹോസ്റ്റ് ആവില്ല, വേറെ ആരെങ്കിലും ആവും ഹോസ്റ്റ്. അങ്ങനെ ഓരോരുത്തർ ലെഫ്റ്റ് അടിച്ചു പോയാലേ നമുക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു അതില് ഹോസ്റ്റ് ആവും.
ഇല്ല, എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു
പറ്റും. ഞാൻ
ഹോസ്റ്റ് ആക്കിയേക്കാം. ഓക്കെ, താങ്ക്സ്. അപ്പൊ ഇനി സ്റ്റോപ്പ്.